Welcome, everyone. It is Thursday night, just a bit outside radio show, live on the air, live on Facebook, live back on YouTube. It's been a few weeks there, and let me tell you, I didn't tell you yet, Keisha, but I found this amazing app or plugin on the broadcaster that I think we're gonna hit like everything from now on. Once I get everything set up, like.
Oh, really?
TikTok, Twitch, we're going to be everywhere.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. That's great news.
Going worldwide.
Great fucking news. All right.
But as always, you got Mark, you got Keisha. Keisha, I'm all plugged up over here. How you doing?
Everything's going well, man. Everything's going good here in the 410. We had a doubleheader today with the O's, but we'll talk about that very shortly. But yeah, man, everything's good on the heels of the weekend, and just looking forward to that. All right, let's get to it. What's going on around town? Ain't not much really, but a whole lot of local sports for real. Biggest event of the NFL offseason recently went down, NFL draft, and as always, we had our eyes on the Ravens selections. Also, not only just the selections, but, our assessment of the selections, right?
Yeah.
You can kind of tell what they want to do or what they're trying to fix. At least that's what I like to say, when your team selects, makes their selections, and also when they make their selections, because, there are always other options, and you take a look at who's available, in that around that time, and yeah, man. I mean, it's just this was an extra. I'm not gonna say like an extra special draft, but I think it is more scrutinized than normal since we've had so many changes.
Yeah,
and especially since we have a new head coach now, Mark. So in the 2026 draft, Ravens made 11 selections, and for the first time, I believe, in a very long time, it was I would say, an offense-heavy draft. Would you agree?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yes. And, Mark, through the years, we have screamed and hollered and cried after the draft. What the fuck is going on? What are they doing? Do you feel like they finally got it right this go around?
I'd say it's definitely one of their better drafts. Of course, with the draft, it's all speculation anyway, because you got to get 2-3 years down the road to see how these guys are doing. But on paper, yeah, I think it's one of their better drafts.
And as far as addressing the issues.
Exactly, yeah. It was funny because, like, in that first round, I was, like, kind of hoping they went for Sadiq because, we lost Likely, we lost Kolar, and I was thinking, tight end, we need that because Mark Andrews, I don't get the extension, but, it is what it is. So I was thinking Sadiq, but, man, Vega, that first pick, I was like, okay, I was wrong. That was a great pickup. And
yeah. I'm not, I have to admit, I wasn't too familiar with the guy, but, I mean, as I read up, we're in desperate need of a guard. I was just more and more pleased with the first round selection.
Yeah.
And, as you listen around the flock, there are a lot of good things being said about this young man, and like I said, addressing the needs. There were a lot of people that were. I'm not going to say a lot of people. You can't please everybody.
Exactly.
Right? And there were still some people out there, I don't know why, that were looking for them to draft more defensive players. And it's just like, come on, you guys. Like, defense is never the issue. I just can't stress that enough.
Right.
And, me personally, this is the first time where I can literally say, like, I didn't have any problems with anything that they did.
No, for sure. Like I said, not only has defense not been the issue, but in free agency, I think they made more of an impact on defense than they probably could have.
Did they not? I mean, aren't we always catering to the like? It's just crazy. What more would you want?
Right.
I would like to talk about, like I said, I want to stay within the offense, right? I mean, you were talking about some of the receiving core expectations on a particular tight end that they did not go for, but on the third round, they did go for a player out of USC, wide receiver Jacoby Lane. Do you know anything about him? I heard he's pretty efficient with the TDs and in the red zone. That's just about it. Have you heard anything else, or are you familiar with Lane?
I can't say that I am.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Arizona doesn't play USC anymore because different conferences.
Right. I didn't. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and I wish I did now because actually USC had some pretty good picks in the draft too.
Sure.
Yeah, they spread some talent through the league. So, I mean, it's a good program, always. But, yeah, I wish I knew more about the kid because, third round you said? Yeah.
Yeah, fourth round, they picked up another wide receiver, and they picked up young man, tight end Matt Hibner. They actually traded up 21 spots to get this guy, and he was from SMU. And, I mean, we know from the college season that just ended, SMU had a pretty decent season.
Yeah.
This guy, they're saying that Hibner they're going to be looking for him to fill likely shoes and like take on that role, that he has a lot of athletic potential, and hopefully Mentor will reach back on some of their past, because apparently they played together. Coached together at Michigan.
Wow.
Yes. So, hopefully, that relationship or that bond will carry over to the 410, and, we can see him, step to that forefront. As you said, we're just not confident with Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
At this point. And, and when we say confident, not necessarily about his ability, but, just about the durability. And I think that's fair.
Oh, definitely.
Okay. Is there anything else in the, even outside of the Ravens, anything else from the draft? I mean, I just solely focused on the Ravens because for the first time in a long time, they were actually doing things I liked. But even outside of the Ravens, was there anything that jumped out to you, or made your eyes get a little big with any of the other draft selections?
I don't think any particular teams, but just the kind of the way the draft went down. Like, some players dropped further back than you thought. Like Lemon getting picked like in the teens is crazy. I thought he would have gone earlier. Yeah, just some of the shuffling around that went around in that first round. That was unexpected. What's
Right
his
on.
name? Bane, like dropping. Didn't see that happening.
Yeah, for sure. Sure, I think that shocked
It,
quite a few people.
Harry's had a stream of consciousness going in the YouTube chat.
Okay, what's going on? What's he saying? What's going on, Harry?
All right, let's see. He said EDC did a good job,
Yeah.
but left a lot to be desired on day 3. Love the receivers, don't love the tight ends. Love the Vega and
Ooh.
Zion picks. Still wished we got a center, but hopefully Dawkins will win the job. Love Steve Bisciotti pick of Randall as a backup for Henry. And that was kind of cool. Bisciotti like made the phone call on that. First time ever the owner made the phone call.
Okay.
Didn't like the signing of the Vanderbilt quarterback, which that wasn't necessarily a draft day thing. Undrafted free agent. And he didn't go in the draft, obviously. But I think that's a zero risk pick or signing for the Ravens. You know,
Right on.
as long as they they can cut him by the end of preseason, and it's no financial hit on them.
Right on.
See, Lane has great hands and great catch radius, but he doesn't go against press coverage. Surratt is basically Anquan Bolden. Hopefully they use him in the slot. He will dominate.
Okay.
And he did say something else, but I thought like maybe save it for last because we had a little texting going on earlier today. But he says that he loves the Calais Campbell signing that happened today.
Oh gosh, I was about to talk about that next. Okay.
Segue.
So he loves it. All right, so let's talk about it, man. Calais Campbell, when we're going into 19th season in the NFL,
Yep, ma'am.
looking to get up with the Ravens. So Harry loves it. Mark, what are your feelings?
I wouldn't say I love. I like it.
Yeah, it's nostalgic, I guess.
There is no denying Calais Campbell as Hall of Fame worthy career. 6-time Pro Bowl, genuinely a good guy. Like wins the Walter Payton Award when he was down in Jacksonville. But like you said, 19th season. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
What's impressive on the signing is that it's not like a coach is bringing him back because it's a whole new coaching crew. So it's kind of like. It's like they're wanting to get that veteran presence in the locker room. Maybe saying a statement to the locker room is more than the field.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like I was the only person in the 410 whose eyes was big as hell when that news dropped. Like, what's going on here? I mean, 19 years, for a defensive lineman. What the? I'm sorry, but I got high hopes for the brother. That's all I'm gonna say. I got high hopes for the brother. I hope this thing works out, but I don't know. This is real. That really left me, scratching my head.
Yeah.
We love to talk about the intangibles here at JABO, and there is something to be said about the veteran leadership. But I just there's nobody else. No one. There's no one. Okay. We're just gonna ride with it for this one. I don't know. Maybe somebody owed somebody a favor. I have no idea. But yeah, man, that was just odd. I don't know. We're gonna leave it at that. Let's talk about the Orioles. Man, the Orioles they're hanging in there. Let me just say that. Orioles are definitely hanging in there. They had a doubleheader today. Took 2 out of 3 from the Houston Astros in the series. Split the games today. Hella offense throughout the whole entire series. And it just seems like the Orioles, they're just I don't want to say cruising right along, but they're kind of cruising right along. Um, they have they are still in that number 3 spot,
Yep.
right? Which is where they were the last time that we spoke, but we've had a little shuffle between 1 and 2. The Yankees, when the last time we spoke, we were like, I don't know, maybe like a game or 2 off of their ass.
Yeah.
They have, went up to the top. We are now trailing the Tampa Bay Rays. Looks like they got about a good 3.5 game jump on us, and Toronto Blue Jays are right on our heel. Now, the Orioles have been playing. Gosh, man. Decent. I'll just say decent baseball because the last time we talked about how streaky they were, right?
Yeah.
And it's continued. They've done this thing. The thing now is we'll win 2 in a row and then we'll lose 2 in a row, and we'll just keep alternating that way. Yeah, I mean, just to consistently stay on that up and up, to get out of that number 3 slot has been a challenge for the Orioles. It's been a challenge. Our next, oh boy, I'm telling you, our next series is against the Yankees. You guys, we go up to New York. It's a 4-game series. One of the things that I enjoy about playing our rivals, the Yankees, you saw it with the Red Sox. The Orioles love to rise to the occasion. And this will be a great time for them to gain some ground. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
It seems like, some guys are maybe breaking those early season slow starts finally. So maybe now's the time to bust it wide open. We need to see some sweeps though. Like that's what they got to get under their belt.
Yeah, man. I mean, come on. And I did not realize until I was out there Tuesday because I've really been focusing on some of the other players that I'm learning.
Yeah.
Like Jeremiah Jackson. I had not been really focusing on Pete Alonso, and you know what? I should have been, because guess what? He's struggling, and I did not realize that he was struggling. I mean, Tuesday, he did have a home run. I'm not sure what he did today, but I mean, Jesus Christ, from all of the scoring that they did, I'd be shocked if he didn't do anything at all. And that his back starts to heat up a little bit, because I mean that's what we brought him here for, right? I mean he's been great at his position. He's been doing good. I mean that's no doubt. But I think everybody was expecting to see a little more offense from the old polar bear.
Well, yeah, you mentioned today's home run bonanzas. He hit a homer on Tuesday. I was shocked too because I was watching that broadcast on Tuesday night, and they said like the series before that. What was that? The Red Sox. He went 1-13. I was like, what? Like it just didn't seem like it was like that.
Yeah. Tuesday night I looked up at the scoreboard, and I think at the time his batting average was like 179. I was like, what the hell?
196, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so it went up a little bit after Tuesday's game. I mean, then I guess that's to be expected a little bit. It's a new team, new environment. Still got some adjusting to do. Yeah, man. I mean, we're just hoping that he turns things around. Jeremiah Jackson continues to be a bright spot. Um, Gunner and Adley, they're trying to, step things up a notch too. I mean, the offense is always clicking. The pitching still needs work, man.
You know, I kicked off the text messages on Tuesday. It was another start by Shane Baz, and I tell you what, man, like he threw a pretty good game. Actually, like after the game,
he did.
After
you
the
talk
game,
about Tuesday?
yeah, after the game,
Yeah, he did.
After the game, they said it was like his best game as an Oriole yet. But my problem with Baz, and I swear I haven't seen every game that he's played, so don't get me wrong. Maybe it's just the ones that I watch, but he does good, and then in the sixth inning, he just falls apart and starts putting people on bases, and it's like he needs to just get pulled after 5 innings. That's the best you're going to get out of him.
Yeah, but you know what though? How many of the pitchers can last past 5 innings?
Right? Yeah.
I think that's part of the problem. You know, I mean, Jesus, Kyle Bradish. He has just got to be one of the most frustrating things for me right now because, I guess because I'm always expecting more from him because he gives you these little flashes of, oh shit, I'm gonna do right. And it just it doesn't pan out and our team leader is Kyle Bradish with a 4.2 ERA. So that just tells you a whole lot right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I mean, these guys really aren't going too deep. Baz actually, out of like the quote unquote rotation, he has the most innings pitched.
Really?
Yes, believe it or not, Shane Baz, six games pitched, 34 innings. Yo, Trevor Rogers. This is what I meant. How many of these guys go past 5 innings, yo? 6 games pitched, 30. Kyle Bradish, 6 and 30. Chris Bassett, 6 and 28.
What?
Yes, I've been locked in with the picture because, we got this new guy. We made all of these changes, and I'm just like, this shit is ridiculous. And then, it all comes back to how much money that we are spending or lack thereof in this department, man. Oh, boy. It's rough, man.
Yeah.
It's rough. They've got a tall test with the New York Yankees because New York Yankees, I just said it, they're hot right now and they're feeling themselves. And I'm gonna pull the schedule back up. I had it up for a second, but so let's see here. Friday, that's tomorrow. We got it's a big game too. 7:05 on ESPN. Oh, they haven't selected a pitcher yet. But the Yankees have Will Warren on the bump. Okay? Will Warren has been doing extremely well. He's 3-0 with a 2.59.
Wow.
So, whoever they got available next it's gonna be a tough one. After that, they do have some stuff here. Oh boy, we got Bradish. Christ, that's probably gonna be a hell. And then we have Boz against Max Fried. I think that actually might be a really good game. That's Sunday, 1:00. I'm gonna be locked in for that one.
Yeah.
But tale as old as time. Pitching is just not at its best. I don't know. We'll hold our breath. We'll cross our fingers. We'll call on prayer warriors and just hope things, I don't know, make a dramatic change because, without it, we just can't go to that next level, Mark.
Right.
Let me think here. Anything else about baseball? We got some basketball games tonight, and it's the playoffs.
We do. Actually, I think the game started right at 7.
All right, let's do it right now. Okay, first game of the night is the Knicks and the Hawks. My pick was already for the Knicks. They're up right now, but, that means absolutely nothing, especially when it comes to the New York Knicks. I'm looking for them to close it out tonight. Mark, what are you looking for?
Man, before the game started, I was thinking like the Knicks would be nicking and going to Game 7, but they established this early lead. Maybe they hold on to it.
Okay.
I'm still gonna go Hawks just to push it.
Okay. All right, my man. All right. Next up, we got a couple of. It's a whole night of 3 tours. I just realized that. I'll tell you what. I feel like the 76ers have a better job of taking it to a Game 7 than the Hawks do.
Really?
Yeah, I was kind of impressed with that last game, man. They got some fight. They're back at home. I know Boston right now is 6.5-point favorites. But I don't know. I'm kind of feeling. I'm kind of feeling a Game 7 because I feel like one of these games are going to go to game. One of these series is going to go to Game 7. We know it's not going to be a Minnesota or Denver one. And maybe this one will be the one. The odds definitely the Boston Celtics are heavily favored. Yeah. What the key is Joel Embiid is a game time decision. All right, so if he comes in there, they got a shot in hell. If he's not, you might as well wrap it up with the Minnesota Timberwolves. So, with that being said, jeez, that's rough. Okay, you know what? I don't even want to pick on this game because it's so up in the air. Without knowing what the roster is looking like for Philly, there's no. Do not play this game, people. Do not put money on this game. Okay, until y'all figure out if Joel Embiid is playing. If Joel Embiid is going to suit up and get out there on the court, then you take Philadelphia 76ers on them points. All right, let's move on to the next game. Oh man, Minnesota was doing so well, then they lost Anthony Edwards. They lost to Ant-Man. And me personally, I do not think they have a chance in hell. I'd be shocked if you differed from my opinion.
Yeah, and that's shocking because Nuggets, I don't know if they were favored necessarily going in, but they definitely had the better record. So you'd think they'd be the better team, but
Minnesota was poised to take that series.
Yeah.
They're poised, but that injury, I can't remember exactly what the injury was, but I believe it's supposed to put them down for a few weeks. I mean, it's just detrimental. Like, to me, you can't win without your best player out there. Not against the Denver Nuggets. So, I was really pissed off at Joker for that shit that he did on that Daniels kid.
Oh, yeah.
I would have loved to see his ass lose, but as the cards have it, it looks like they're going to advance to that next round. In the few minutes that we do have left, though, I would like to talk a little bit about the Lakers Rockets. They pushed it to a 3-2. How confident are you with the Lakers to close this thing out, Game 6?
Who won last night?
Houston.
I fell asleep on that game.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No problem.
Yeah, I remember I was watching it and just ended up passing out, but I would have thought the Lakers would have like slammed the door shut already, but how
Yeah.
Houston's holding on—that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Lakers will close it out next game.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'd like to see it. I thought they were going to close it out and put the money up. Of course, they pissed me off and let me down. But I would love to see it. But I'll tell you one thing. Houston's going to put up one hell of a fight. I think it's going to be a good game. Not looking for any blowouts on that particular game 6. Okay. Mark, you got real on wrestling or anything else you want to touch on?
Well, real quick, I just wanted to hit a couple of comments that Harry had left. Going back to Calais Campbell, he says Campbell's a rotational piece. I would be upset if they asked him to be the man. So it sounds like he's kind of throwing us on the same wavelength.
Yeah, sure.
On the O's, he says O's just need to get healthy. If they can stay within 8 games of the leader come All-Star break, they will have a chance. Their pitching just needs to get it going.
Okay.
And, going back to that O's game, I know you were out there Tuesday night or Tuesday night. It was a night
Tuesday
game.
night, yeah, night game. Yep. Yeah, sure.
Jana was out there, and actually, like, friend of the show, Brian H. Waters. He's been on the show before. He does the Ringer Wrestling podcast. He was out at that game too. I kept on seeing stories popping up of people out at the game, but I wanted to give you your due because it wasn't at Picture Day.
Oh yeah, yeah. So Jane and I were out there. She had like a work event, and we were in section 92, row 1. So for any of you that's not familiar with Camden Yards, that's the bleacher area. So you're out there in the outfield, and we were right there in center field. And that particular night, number 30, Leody Taveras was playing. And when you go to baseball games, in between the innings, the fielders, they keep their arms warmed up and everything. They do what they call a toss around. And when the toss around period is over and they're ready to start the inning up, they toss little souvenirs out. They toss balls to the fans. Yep. So you know me, man. I'm in the I'm in the first row. I would probably say about a good 60 feet from this guy. And the first time out, second time out, he threw balls, and they weren't in my direction. But I told you, every time I was talking to this guy, I was like, I know you're gonna throw me one, and I kept saying like next time. I kept saying next time. I mean, I have my whole section cracking up because I was talking to this guy for at least 5 innings. Okay. And cracking my jokes, cheering them on and everything. And we finally get to the 7th inning, right? And they're doing the toss around, and he kind of points at me, and I was like, oh my God, it's finally my time. And lo and behold, Taveras ran up to me, tossed me, just flipped me the ball. I caught it, and now it's got its special place in my home, and he has a forever fan in Major Quiche, man. Big shout out to Leo Taveras. He's a great sport. We had, a great laugh about it. Of course I screamed at him. We're best friends now after the flip, after the toss. And it's definitely one of my most memorable moments at Camden Yards, man. I mean, Orioles magic, it's real. That's all I'm going to say. It's real.
And for reference, for the Picture Day comment that I made in our little chat, Jana sends a picture First day of school picture day, and I have it up on the stream. And look at that smile!
Oh,
Like
God!
that's the most genuine smile a person's ever had.
Oh man, that's hilarious, dude. I was elated. You know, I've been never in all of my years going out there, and I've been going out there since they opened, dog. I've never ever had that experience. So you know, yeah. I mean, I was smiling so hard my ears were getting wet. I'm telling you, it's just. That's so funny you put that shit up. That's hilarious.
Oh, I had to.
Thanks a lot, man. That's great. That's great. All right. So, do we have any real or wrestling or anything like that?
WrestleMania was, of course, big weekend last weekend. Yeah. All the big stories wrapped up. Now they're working towards Backlash, which is a week from Saturday. Kind of like resetting new storylines and everything. But you know, speaking of weekends, that's in a week from Saturday. But this weekend coming up, not wrestling related at all. But tomorrow's May 1st, of course, which means Monday, May the 4th. So it's gonna be a Star Wars weekend in my house this weekend. I don't know about you.
Yes, and I don't know. I feel like we should run the show on that Monday.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we usually hook up for May the 4th. I think we should, if we can, and you know, maybe we'll do like I don't know, like a little half and half, a little bit of sports and a little bit of Star Wars.
Okay.
Maybe we'll do like a trivia or play some type of game or something like that. Let's see if I can figure out over the weekend. But yeah, I'm definitely locking in with you all weekend.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Sounds good to me. All right, man. Is there anything else you want to put out there before we sign off for the evening? Got some basketball to watch.
Yeah, we got basketball to watch. I'm done.
All right. Listen, you know how we in this show, Baltimore. Spread love, yo. As always, thank you for tuning in with us tonight. Share the link, share the love. I am a host, and on the other end of the line is my favorite slice of pizza, Mark, and we are just a bit outside. Peace, y'all.